You would never guess that Savannah had teeth pulled yesterday, would you? That little mouth. Hello everybody, so today I'm going to be doing a simple holiday look. I know that recently I've been doing a lot of smoky and glittery looks, though those are my personal favorite. I wanted to go ahead and do a simple, hopefully soft, you never know where and how these makeup tutorials end, but I'm hoping to do a very soft and simple eye makeup tutorial with red lips. Something that for those of you who aren't into the really intense smoky and glittery looks, you can go ahead and achieve this look for yourself on Christmas or of course for any holiday event coming up. This is also going to be a talk through, and I'm going to go ahead and talk with you guys through each step that I do, and let's go. Okay, so first going in with my what is this? Fluffy angled brush. I'm gonna go ahead and take out of, all right, I'm gonna go into my NYX Suede Palette with my fluffy brush. I'm gonna go ahead and take the white shade up there, and I'm gonna get a good amount on my brush and pat it along the brow bone highlight to give. I'm gonna go ahead and blend it down. Start off our cut crease, I'm going to go ahead with my Morphe M330 brush. It's like a nice fluffy brush. I absolutely love this brush because it's kind of like tapered at the end, so it gets right into that crease, so I love it. I'm going to go in with this Milani eyeshadow. This is in the shade Orpho, yes, 04 Bella Caffe, and I'm going to go ahead with my Morphe brush and get a good amount on my brush, and I'm going to start to put this into my crease as my transition shade. Now when you're doing a cut crease, I always, even though I do have hooded eyes, you guys know I always do like to bring it up. When you're doing a cut crease, you want to bring your transition shade up a little bit higher because the cut crease is going to go higher a little bit above your crease, which I'll show you guys in a minute. So I always bring my transition shade up a little bit higher when I do a cut crease because you want it to all blend together, of course. So I always go up a little bit higher with my transition shade. So now we're going to go ahead and do the other eye. I think a ghost just touched the top of my camera because it turned off and it told me like I switched like the camera mode where I'm just sitting here. Ghost, please don't, because I want to film. Please. I'm gonna go back into my NYX Suede Palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here, which is this nice kind of chocolatey brown. It does have some shimmer in it, it has some gold shimmer in it, but I'm still gonna use it because it's Christmas. So I'm going to be using this IT Cosmetics brush. It's a Heavenly Luxe No Tug Duo brush. This is the smudge side that I'm going to be using. Actually, I'm going to use this one. I'm just going to use this. You know what? YOLO. So I'm going to use this brush. If you have a angled brush like my Sigma E65 that I usually use for my gel liner, I would definitely recommend using that brush because that's the one I usually use when I do my cut crease. But being that I am so lazy, and I still, not even that I'm lazy, it's just like I don't have enough hours in the day. Every day I'm like, all right, I gotta clean my brushes, and then I never get to it. And it's like I need like 10 more hours in the day to be able to do everything I need to do. So I'm gonna take this IT Cosmetics brush and I'm gonna dip into the shade right there. And when you're doing a cut crease, the thing, you want to look straight ahead into your mirror. I'm going to try to do this so you guys, and I'll zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing. But when you're doing your cut crease, you want to look straight ahead. Don't, push your eyebrows up or anything like that. And you're going to want to start right above your crease a little bit. So can you guys see? Wait, let me just deepen it a little bit so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So do you see where I'm starting that? It's above my natural crease in my eye. So I'm just gonna look straight ahead and slowly put that color right above my crease. So as you can see, it's right above where my natural crease is. So when you're doing a cut crease, you always want to go a little bit above your natural crease where you would normally put, you know, an eyeshadow into the crease. So I'm going to tilt my head back a little bit because being that I don't have the right brush, I can't really get into this inner corner like I would want to. Because I always, whenever I edit and I do this with my forehead, I'm like, Ashley, wrinkles. But I can't help it. You can see that is right above the crease on both sides. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take my Sigma small tapered blending brush. This is my E45 brush. And I'm going to touch this same shade with the top of my brush. I'm gonna go in with my tapered brush and I'm just gonna go ahead right onto that line that we made and start to blend it. That's the thing that I love the most about this brush. I'm sure you guys hear me in every single one of my tutorials talk about this brush. I love it. It has a, like, it's tapered at the end, so it's perfect when you're doing cut creases and you want to start to blend it, because you just put it right on and it's just like the perfect brush to go ahead and do cut creases. And it's just honestly like my favorite brush. I use it probably every single day when I do my makeup. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and start to blend this going upward. I'm gonna go in with a Sigma blending brush, E25, take that same color, and then I'm gonna start to blend above the line and start to blend it into our transition shade. Using my E45 brush by Sigma, I'm also gonna make a little bit of, I'm trying to do it so you guys can see, like a little bit of like a flick at the end of my wing. Back with my tapered, my Morphe brush I used before. I'm gonna go ahead and blend all of this out. So I'm gonna go with my Morphe S4 brush into this white here. And I'm gonna start to put this on my lid. And then when you get to the line of the cut crease, you're gonna wanna cut it. So you're gonna go along that cut crease line. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna make the cut crease look even more cut. And then, if you have a smaller brush, so now we're gonna go ahead and do our wing. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Maybelline gel liner in Blackest Black. I'm gonna go ahead and do my wing, so let me do that off camera and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now we have the wing done. I will say really quickly, I probably should have said this before I went ahead and do my wing liner. When you do the wing, you wanna make sure that you do not touch it with that cut crease flick. I mean, you can, it's not like you can't, like that's like banned, like you can't do that. But I love the look of when you have the top kind of flick out and then you have that wing and it's kind of like two wings on the top. So I really do love that. Of course, like I said, you can connect them if you want. Like I said, it's not you will be banished from the kingdom or anything. I don't even, what am I saying? So now we're gonna go ahead and put on our false lashes. So I'm gonna go in with my Rimmel Lash Accelerator Mascara and put on a coat of this on my lashes. And then for today, I'm gonna be doing false lashes as always, going in with my Duo Lash Glue. And for lashes today, I'm gonna be using my Ardell Natural Wispies lashes.
I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it just takes forever to go ahead and upload videos, so that's why I pretty much haven't slept like at all in like a week and a half. But I really want to get videos up for you guys, and I have so many in mind that I want to do before the holidays. Like, I have a calendar on my dining table that I wrote on a piece of paper of what I'm filming that day, what I'm uploading that day, film, upload, film, upload, film, 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 film.
I'm really trying my best, so I really hope you guys enjoy the videos I put up, because know that I work hard on them, and behind each video is many sleepless nights. So for primer today, I'm going to use my NYX Angel Veil Primer. I love this primer. It's really good. I don't use it every day, probably like I should, but I do love it. It's a really great. Okay, and then to go in with the problematic areas on my face, which is right here, I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser for dark spots. It's actually like a treatment corrector, but I really do love this stuff. I think it covers up the problematic areas very well. So for foundation today, I'm going to use my favorite drugstore foundation. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Foundation. My color is in W3 Nude Beige. I need to re-tan tonight, so that's why I have to put it all over my neck, because my tan is like coming off. It's horrible. I was like, oh yeah, no, Ashley, you should definitely tan before this video. And then I was like, oh, I'm not going to wear a sleeveless shirt. And then now we're going to go in with my NYX, where is it? NYX Dark Circle Corrector. This is the orange medium shade. I'm going to go ahead and put this under my eyes. And then while that sets, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows, which is the only, pretty much, I think, no, there's one more product that's not drugstore in this makeup tutorial, but the only one thing that I'm not using that's drugstore is my Brow Wiz. This is by Anastasia. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. I'm using my Brow Wiz in soft brown, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use my brow powder in soft brown. So I did my brows off camera for you guys, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start to do our concealer, and then I'm also, like I said, going to be doing a cream contour for you guys today, so you can see how I do it with the drugstore product. So now I'm going to be going in with my Instant Age Rewind Eraser for Dark Circles Concealer by Maybelline. I'm going to go ahead with that same Morphe brush that I used from before, the M428, and I'm going to go ahead and go in with my brush and start to apply this under the eyes. Now I'm going to go in and highlight. I'm going to use my L'Oreal Magic Lumi highlighter pen. I'm going to highlight the forehead, the center of the nose, the chin, and then I'm also going to highlight more under the eyes. And with my MAC 130 brush, which looks like this, I'm going to go ahead and blend all of that in and do a cream contour. Today I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Conceal in Beautiful Bronze. I love this stuff. The one thing though, like I said, my cream contour, which like I said, I'll leave that down below for you guys. My favorite to use is the Anastasia, of course, but Anastasia is not drugstore. So I'm going to be using this. I do like using this, but the one thing that I will recommend for you guys, first of all, it's good if you put some on like your little, if you have a little piece of paper like I usually do. I squeeze some of it out and then I put it on my piece of paper, because you don't want to squeeze it and put too much, because this stuff will make you bronzed beautifully, like it says, beautiful bronze. One thing with the LA Girl Conceal, I love it, but at the same time, it does dry really fast. So I would recommend, if you guys do use this product, I would put it down and then go right in and blend it out. Unlike when I did my contour video, my cream contour, I went in and I put it all over my face, and then I went ahead and I blended it out right away, or after it was on my skin for a minute. But with this, I definitely go in right away and I blend it out, because it does dry really fast, and then once it starts to dry, it's very hard to manipulate. We're gonna go ahead and start to set everything. So now I'm going in with my other product that's not from the drugstore. This is my Laura Mercier translucent powder, but you guys know this is my holy grail product. I'm going over here to finish up the video. So I have just set under the eyes. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set the contour. So I'm gonna use my Sigma Large Powder F30 brush, and I'm going to use my NYX Highlight and Contour Palette. I'm gonna take these two shades right here. Now I'm gonna go in. Little bug! So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the lower lash line. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M222 brush, and I'm going to go back with that Milani eyeshadow, the Bella Caffe. And I'm going to take this on my brush, and I'm going to blend it along the bottom of my eye. My camera just did that weird thing again with the ghost. What the heck? Okay, and then going into the Suede palette, I'm gonna take this shade actually, the kind of more berry-ish shade looking. I'm just gonna put this along the lower lash line. I'm gonna go ahead and apply black liner in my waterline. Whatever black liner you guys have, where is mine? Okay. Ow, I poked myself like 25 times in the eye. Okay, enough. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my camera is just like really starting to freak out on me, so I have now switched over to my phone because it's like, it like has a mind of its own today. So now I'm gonna go back with the powder highlight, and I'm going to go back and forth the whole thing and apply this to the cheeks. It's a pretty nice glowy highlight, I like it. Bit of this one. This is a Milani baked blush, and this is in 03 Berry and More. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that brush with my Sigma powder blush F10 and tap it, get the excess off, and then lightly start to put it on your cheeks. Now we are done with the face. So now I'm gonna go ahead, oh, sorry. And we're gonna go ahead and do our lips. So now I'm gonna go in with this NYX lip liner pencil, and this is in the shade 812 Plum. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with this. And for today's lipstick, like I showed you, I'm going to be taking this L'Oreal Collection exclusive. These are the ones that they have out in the drugstore now, and I wanted to get the really dark one. This is the 406 Zoe's color. So I'm going to go ahead first and line my lips even more using my lip brush and that lip color. I love it. Alright guys, so that is it for this makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I'm sorry for the camera issues that I had. So that is it for this makeup tutorial. I hope you guys liked this cut crease look. I will definitely be doing a more dramatic and more in-depth intense glittery cut crease when the time comes, probably closer to New Year's for you guys. So stay tuned for that. I really do love this. It's a very nice, soft, simple cut crease for you guys to go ahead and try out for yourself. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.